Everybody, welcome to another episode of Video Selling Live. I am your host, Chris Bogue, and this is my co-host, Celena Magnussen. Celena, hello.
Hi, how you guys doing? I'm the head of customer success at SenseSpark.
Excellent. I'm doing good today. I am feeling good. Thank you to everybody who has showed up today. This is another episode of Video Selling Live, the show all about how to use video effectively in sales. So as I mentioned, my name is Chris Bogue. I am your host today. I am a video coach, and I am the creator of the Complete Guide to Selling on Video, which is a video-based course. It's everything you need to master video selling. And I am also an advisor for SenseSpark. So SenseSpark is the way that B2B companies scale video for their sales processes. It is super cool. They are bringing the program for you today. And if you want to get SenseSpark for free, don't forget to scan this QR code. And if you don't use SenseSpark, that's fine. We're not going to tell anybody. You are welcome here too. This show is all about different ways that you can use to master video for sales. So if you use SenseSpark, if you use another program, maybe you've never used a program, you've never done video for sales before, and you're brand new, it's okay. That's why we're all here today. So Celena and I are going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, which is video beyond cold outreach. Celena, are you stoked for this one?
You know what? I got my shimmy. It's ready.
Yeah,
that was just a teaser.
Yeah, we've got so much information for you today. There are so many amazing uses for video in sales besides just cold outreach. We are going to be focusing today on things you can do to close the deals that are already in your pipeline, get renewals, get referrals from the people that already give you great business. But before we get into our first segment today, we want to hear from you. So if you are watching this live, go ahead and say hi. Jump into the comments section. Let us know where you are watching from. If you have any questions for Celena and I about how to use video beyond cold outreach, go ahead and drop them in the comments, or let us know how you use video to close the deals that you already have in the pipeline. Just make sure you leave a comment, because if you don't, we don't even know that you're here, right? So without further ado, we're going to get this started with this week's video challenge, or video breakdown. Video breakdown. Celena, are you ready for this week's video breakdown?
You know it.
All right,
let's do it.
Awesome. So this week's video challenge comes from Cam Bodwin. Cam Bodwin from Canada. And this one holds a special place in my heart. And I'll tell you why after we watch it. But are you ready to watch the video, Celena?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. We're going to pull this up here. And here we go. Let's watch Cam's video.
Hey, Jules, great to meet you. Just checked out your profile on LinkedIn, and man, you have all the skills, the technical skills around accessibility. I see a lot of what I used to focus on, front-end dev and doing some testing as well in accessibility. Really great to meet you. When I started out as an accessibility professional, I had a really hard time getting buy-in, probably more than most. See, I learned that professional consultants, they operate from a playbook. And as you may know, that is totally non-existent in the world of accessibility. So I started to build one for my own accessibility practice. The first thing I discovered is that many people in leadership or executive roles, they really appreciated and respected the fact that I had a detailed step-by-step approach to how I was going to tackle accessibility inside their organization. That built trust and that established a cadence. Once you establish trust, that builds personal agency, and personal agency helps to defeat burnout. So now I'm teaching this framework to others, and I'm assuming you're coming in knowing already the basics around accessibility, things like the WCAG. That's not going to be covered in this course. We're talking about the other aspects of accessibility advocacy, namely things like leadership skills, communication skills, and other business skills. So here's how it works. The masterclass is a 6-week program where every single week we tackle one aspect of professional advocacy. There are assignments and exercises where you get direct feedback from me, kind of in a video like this. This masterclass was designed for people who want to make long-lasting change within their organization. And it's not for people who want to take a back seat in their advocacy work. We want people to get back in the driver's seat and really affect that change inside their organization. Just to mention one more thing that many people enjoy is that there are 9 other advocates in the program, just like you, all going through the same change, all going through the same hurdles, and you'll be able to learn from them as well, especially during the group classes, which happens once a week. The cost of the class is $349, and I have it scheduled to go up to $399 in the next class. Not a hard sell, but just letting you know. So if that's a concern, now may be a good time to get in. This program isn't for everyone. If all that sounds good, I'd love to schedule a call with you to see if you're a good fit for the program. You can use the link up here to schedule that. And let's see if you're going to benefit from the program. I don't want people joining who have the wrong expectations, but hope to see you in my calendar soon.
Very cool. So thank you, Cam, for submitting that. As always, winner of the video breakdown of the week wins a $50 Amazon gift card. So we will be sending that to you soon. But yeah, Celena, let's break this down. So there's a reason why I chose this today. It's because this is not a video that's going to cold prospects, right? Cam runs his own business, and this is a video that he sends specifically to people who have joined his email list. They have signed up for announcements from him. And so then this is a video that he sends once they're already in that funnel. So let's talk about what you liked, what feedback we can give, and see if we can help Cam out here.
Yeah, absolutely. So I really love that he started off for me really strong by saying that he checked out Jules' LinkedIn profile, and then he talked about her technical skills, about accessibility, and basically just things that were going to be relevant to what he was going to say. I believe the video duration was I think it was a little over 2 minutes. So even though I understand where this is in the pipeline and she agreed to regular updates and stuff, I do think that it would be a good thing to kind of just condense that in under a minute, simply just because a lot of us have really short attention spans. I also think it's great that he could show how he related to those challenges in her role. He was very personal about that. And he did so many really great things, but a good opportunity too, in my opinion, would be to showcase a snippet of one of his assignments, get people excited, get Jules super excited to, get motivated to sign up for this class right away, and maybe use the CTA to allow her to pay for the course. That's what I think, in my opinion, because again, he's done a lot of great things in this. But what do you think, Chris?
Yeah, well, I can give Cam criticism because he used to be my client. So about a year ago, Cam actually purchased my coaching. So if there's anyone who can give Cam loving feedback, it's me. I'm going to start with the things that I liked. One, he did a great job in making sure you know exactly who this video is for. Mm-hmm. One thing we say all the time about sales is it doesn't have to be for everyone. It shouldn't be for everyone. And he's only sending this to people who join the email list. He's saying, hey, I know I don't have to teach you about the basics of accessibility, because presumably anybody who signs up for this already meets that criteria, right? His whole thing is, I'm going to get you to the next level. But I agree. He could shorten this down. I'm not saying it is like a set in stone law that it has to be shorter than 1 minute. But I would say anytime you find yourself saying the same thing multiple times, you can usually cut that down. In his case, I appreciated the messaging where he was like, hey, this isn't for you if you don't want to do blah, blah, blah. I do kind of like that challenger type sale. But he did say it multiple times throughout the video. And I think if you shorten it down a little bit and had that as a strong ending, being like, hey, if you want to take a back seat, if you're fine doing it the way you are, this is not for you. If you want to be a leader in your organization, that's who I want in this program. I think that's a super strong way to end it. And I think if you cut out a couple of those instances, you could certainly do what Celena recommended and just get this a little shorter and tighter. Brandon says over here, great Cam setup they have. Yes, they do. Cam is one who... he's really taken that note to heart about your office, your camera shot is your studio. Make it you, make it a reflection of you. You watch that, it looks cool. It's branded for him. But he has a very straightforward camera style that I like. I'm going to blow Selena's mind right now, everybody.
Oh, God.
All right. I didn't mention this before the show started, and maybe I'm going to blow your mind at home too. That was not a custom video. only the first 10 seconds of that video were customized. So, and this is actually a feature you could do with SendSpark too. SendSpark actually allows you to like combine videos together, so you could record a custom intro and then swap in a pre-recorded one. Cam does a good job cutting the little gaps and pauses out in his editing, so you don't notice that there's a point where it switches. And now he's giving the standard explanation of the masterclass to anybody who receives this. But this is a way Cam is able to customize his outreach for every new person that joins his email list, but he only has to record 10 seconds at a time to make it personal to them. Did I just blow your mind, Celena?
You did, because I was like, wait, what? I know we have that feature, but it didn't look like it. That is awesome. Good job, Cam.
Yeah, and again, that was not a deep fake. That was not AI. That was just a simple professional video of him describing what he does. And he's just such a natural speaker that he started talking to the audience, and you don't even know that it switched to a pre-recorded video. So if anybody out there thinks you can't make a pre-recorded video, like that is driving new signups to his business every week. Some percentage of people who receive that, they sign up for the masterclass, they call, they purchase his services. He spends, half an hour or an hour every week recording new videos, and that is just money in the bank. So Cam, you are an expert. I hear you had a great coach. It's me. His coach was me. I taught the boy everything he knows. As a reminder, you can buy my course, The Complete Guide to Selling on Video. We're going to see an announcement for that later. And once again, if you are at home, if you are watching this, if you would like to participate in a future video breakdown, submit a video to us. So you can go ahead, you can email us a real sales video, send it to videosellinglive@sendspark.com. or you can DM it to me or Celena or anybody who works at SendSpark. We are nice. We are polite. We will always be nice to you when we give feedback. We really just do want to help people get better at this. So thanks again to Cam. And Celena, I think it's time for lesson time. Do you want to do lesson time?
Yes, of course I want to do lesson time. Let's hit it.
All right, let's do lesson time. All right, it's time for lesson time. Woo. And we've already spoiled what this is going to be about. So, Celena, I hear from sellers all the time. They get frustrated because they're doing cold outreach. They're sending the videos out. It's tiring. They don't like it when people don't watch the videos. They don't like going to spam folders. So, is there a way to use video in other parts of your pipeline besides just cold outreach to people who don't know you?
Oh my gosh, there's so many ways. So many of them.
Yeah.
Which ones do you want me to talk about first, Chris?
Well, here's the thing. So anybody who's watching this at home, there are so many ways to use video. Most sales teams, I find, have not even begun to scratch the surface of all the different ways you can drive pipeline velocity. You can close deals faster. You can expand your existing accounts. So Celena and I are going to try to get through as many of these as we can before the end of the episode. If you have any questions for us, as a reminder, please throw it in the comments. We're going to try to answer all questions before the end of the episode. And if you've got a use for video that helps you in your sales or customer success processes, please throw it in the conversation. But yeah, we're just going to go back and forth now. Celena, what are different ways that you use video and that you train teams to use SendSpark in ways that aren't just for cold outreach?
Well, there's definitely a lot of them, like I said before. Some of them I would go with some onboarding expectations. You talk to somebody, you already have that little rapport with them, you've established that, and now they need to know what's next. They need to know what's going on with onboarding. You can use that custom intro, exactly what Cam did earlier, to do a nice little 10-second clip of something maybe that was personal that you talked about before, and then just set your onboarding expectations in that core video. Do you want me to keep going, or?
Well, yeah, actually, we'll jump back and forth. So I'll jump up because I've got one related to that. So, onboarding, setting up that expectations, letting the person know why they need to come there is so important. Sellers, you can do that too. So if you are an SDR or if you're an AE and you've got an upcoming meeting, you know that your show rate is very important, right? A meeting means nothing if they don't actually show up and attend. So if somebody, especially if they've set a meeting longer than a week ago, it's a great idea to get on video for 15 seconds and just let them know what they're expecting. tell them, hey, I'm looking forward to chatting with you this week. Give them one thing to think about, get them excited for when you're going to reach out. And just like getting them hyped for onboarding, setting expectations for onboarding, you can set the expectations for your demos, get them hyped to show up to your demos, and make sure they actually do show up, so you didn't go through all that trouble for nothing.
Absolutely. And video demos too. So if you have something coming up, maybe you have little micro demos that you can send out as like a product teaser. Do it. Do these little videos. Get people excited. I think I mentioned it earlier. Show a clip of an assignment. Do something different where people are just seeing your human touch. Things that you can do that stand out, then definitely get that done. Especially if you have some like feature launches that are coming up, folks that have been requesting, certain product features. Use that to your advantage. Send a video.
Yeah. So I think that's a super important point. I find that companies oftentimes with new features, they spend a lot of time marketing their new features. And meanwhile, their current users are not attending like checkup meetings and check-in meetings, quarterly check-ins and whatnot, and these different events that customer success puts on the calendar. Mm-hmm. But new features are created oftentimes for your existing users. If you're anything like SenseMark, if you've ever worked for a B2B company, so many of the new features are developed because that's what your current users are asking for. So if you're a person who needs your current users to be using your product more often, they're not always going to want to jump onto an extra meeting with you. But if you can show them the new features that they've been requesting, that's almost as good as being on a Zoom with them.
Yeah.
Functionally, it's not that different. It's your image, it's you're talking them through something important. The only difference is instead of having to spend half an hour going through with you, they can watch it at their own pace. They can go through it on their own terms. And most importantly, you can see if they actually watched it, So if you're noticing that you've got current users who are watching your new features, that's great. If they're not educating themselves on their new features, then it might be time for an extra call, get in touch with them again, schedule a meeting with them. You can learn so much about whether or not they're actually watching your videos. But like, absolutely, if you're not using video to show the new features that are rolling out, you're missing all these opportunities to build relationships with your current users. I'll say too, like for the sales equivalent of this, I like to summarize meetings that I have with my potential buyers. This is such a thing that I have worked this into my sales process, and I recommend this to every single client, especially if you just did a demo for the first time. What I do is before I log any notes into my CRM, before I go, get a LaCroix or get a cup of tea or walk around or take a break or something, as soon as the meeting is done, I turn SenseMark on and I record a recap of everything we just talked about. So what I like to do is I like to take 3 points of alignment that I wrote down with the buyer and mention them on video. This is especially useful if, let's say, I'm selling into a company and Celena is my champion, meaning she's the person in the company who likes me, who's taken meetings with me, who's interested in my product. The goal as a seller is how do I educate the other members of her team, right? And the end of a call, it's perfect if you schedule time in to talk to your champion about what the other decision makers care about, what are other priorities that they're already working on, what are initiatives and goals and numbers that they are concerned about right now. When I get on camera after that meeting is done, those are the things I'm talking about. And I'm saying things like, hey, Celena, I really enjoyed hearing about how blank is a priority for you. Here's 3 areas of alignment that I've seen that can help you work on your goals. That there is no moment other than right after the meeting where all that information is fresh in your mind. Get it memorialized on video. There's going to be all sorts of back and forth between the people on your buying committee. There's going to be all sorts of noise and distractions out there. Make sure you have video documentation of the 3 top reasons why it's going to be beneficial to them. Because if in 2 weeks from now they forget all about it, there's a short, to the point version of you recapping what's relevant to them. So that is just a huge thing that I advocate for sellers. What else do we want to talk about here, Celena?
I love that. That kind of brings me to a nice point. It's a great transition to what I was thinking of is, so now that we're at the end of the quarter, we're probably all trying to close deals, and you were talking about selling. So another thing that you could do is use video to show off your proposal or your quote. You probably have an awesome deal for someone. Show them what it is, explain it in the video, and you're probably going to get your buy-in pretty quickly, especially if you're using the CTA at the bottom. Get them to sign, get it done, close it.
Yes, that is such a good one, Celena. Because if it's the end of the quarter, you need to figure out, are they in or are they not in?
Mm-hmm.
And video is just so wonderful because you have all these storytelling gifts you can use that get lost in an email or a PDF. You can show someone the price tag, right? But on video, you can remind them of the value that they're getting and why it's best for them to do it now. And again, you can show up as somebody who is supportive and excited for them. And, you've got your tone of voice, you've got your eye contact, you've got on-screen visuals, you've got all these tools at your disposal. Again, these people are going to have to talk this over with other people, So if you send an email out to everybody, they can read their own, voice and tone onto it. If you want to be completely understood, if you want to show up on your own terms, make a video explaining what it is they're going to be getting out of it. I'm a big fan of this for quotes. I'm a big fan of this for legal too. If anybody has ever had their deal killed by legal, it's a lot of little nitty gritty details. Again, little twists and turns in the deal cycle where maybe somebody doesn't want to get the whole team together for another 30-minute Zoom with you, but you've got the opportunity here to take 60 or 90 seconds, talk them through the nuance, assure them that you're there to support them, remind them of their goals, remind them of the value. Again, you're going to have these difficult conversations. Might as well give yourself 100% control over your message.
Yeah, I agree. I think some other really cool ones. I have a few more. I have like 2 really good ones that I want to talk about, but
Please,
this one, if you don't mind me bringing this one on, I think this is such a time saver for just in the company that you're working for. So you can use videos internally, help you and help everybody else reduce the number of meetings that you might have. Use it for maybe new employee introductions, sending out an agenda in a really cool, video format, especially if it's new people coming in, etc. But I think internal videos are definitely a really cool way to go within the company.
Yeah. And you can use that for your bosses too. I mean, if you're a new SDR, it is tough. Yeah. And your bosses want you to ask for help. Your bosses want to help you close these deals. So just like you get done and you do that meeting recap, you want to make a video for your boss, and you could just tell them, hey, this is the deal I have on the line. This is how many potential seats. Here's what I need help with. Here's 2 objections that they brought up that could hurt us. Here's things about the deals I don't know. Again, time is so critical in sales. Communicating this information to your boss in a 2-minute video as opposed to a 45-minute Zoom is going to help both of you. So I think that's an excellent idea, Celena. The other one I'll say here is for referral asks. So this is often the last thing that sellers think about. We spend so much time trying for the opportunities in front of us. We do all this cold outreach. Most sellers are not leveraging the networks that their current users and their current prospects already have. And the easiest way to build trust with a potential buyer is an introduction from somebody who already thinks you're credible. If you have power users, if you have the people who absolutely love your product, who are seeing success with it, who are willing to sing your praises, those are the type of people you can ask a referral for. And I find if you just ask somebody out of the blue, this can be very difficult, right? If I just go, Celena, who do you think would be good for my coaching? She's going to go, I'll tell you if I think of somebody. Whereas what I like to do is I like to come into a situation with some names already in mind. Right. So let's say I'm trying to sell into some new companies. Right. and I'm connected to a lot of salespeople on LinkedIn, right? A lot of people who run sales teams, a lot of AEs, a lot of SDRs, a lot of CROs. I can reach out to them first, and I can go on LinkedIn and I can see who they're connected with, and I can show up with a list of 3 or 5 names of people that I know they talk to. It's a lot easier for me to get on video and say, hey, Celena, I was about to get in touch with any of these people. I wanted to see if you were close with any of them. Let me know if you can give me any information about this, or if this is something you think they might be interested in. I can learn so much from that, because if she says, hey, they would be great for that, then it goes straight to, hey, can you introduce me? Or if they tell me, no, definitely don't reach out to that guy. Maybe they're working with a competitor of mine. Maybe there's some reason that they don't want me to reach out. I can get so much more referrals if I come in with a solid ask on video than if I just call somebody out of the blue and put them on the spot, or I put them on the spot at an end of a meeting. So, yeah, these are just some examples we have here. We're running out of time, so this is going to be a nice segue. Do you want to go to this week's sales challenge, Celena?
Yes, of course. What is it?
All right, let's see. Okay, so this week's sales challenge is called Take Two. And all you got to do at home, let's both point to this because we can both get the screenshot later. Slater, you want to give a point from the other end?
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so if you are at home and watching this today, we are challenged, pick 2 of these from the list, and do it this week. So if you are in customer success, you probably want to choose from the top of the list: onboarding, FAQs, proposals, video demos, new features. These are all great things you can do with the current users you already have using your product. And if you are in sales, you probably want to grab some from the bottom of the list, right? So if you've got meetings coming up, if you are taking meetings on the calendar this week, go ahead and film a recap for that. Go ahead, activate your champions and your power users by asking them for referrals, or use video to give a quote or relay information from legal to a deal that you are already working on your team. So, Celena, I'm going to get you on the spot here. You going to commit to doing at least 2 of these this week?
Oh, of course. Come on. I could do that right now.
Yeah, this is very easy for us, but we're going to go ahead and do it anyway. And at home, again, go ahead, pick 2 of these. And if you want to be considered for next week's video breakdown, all you got to do is send us one. Right? Go ahead, send us one video. You can email it to videosellinglive@senspark.com, or you can DM it to either of us. Go ahead and connect with me and Celena on LinkedIn, by the way. We are friendly. Always looking for new connections, new people to talk about video with. And if you don't have a video program, I got news for you. There's one right there. You can go ahead, scan the QR code to get started with a free SenseSpark account to start scaling video for your sales team today. So that's all we got for today's Video Selling Live. Are you
sad it's over?
Yeah, I'm sad too, but you can join us. We are doing this every 2 weeks. We are actually taking a week. We are rescheduling the next Video Selling Live, because that's coming up in 2 weeks. So we are rescheduling that for Indigenous Peoples Day. Is going to be on that Monday. So our show, I believe, is going to be on Wednesday. And we can go ahead and we'll be sharing that soon. Let me see. Do I have the link here yet? Okay. I don't have that yet. But again, there's the link for SenseSpark free trial. And we're going to be closing it out here. I'm going to run a clip. If anybody follows me, you know that I have a course called The Complete Guide to Selling on Video. It is 2.5 hours long. It is all video lessons. It is immersive video, how to go deep into all the tactics you heard Celena and I talk about today. I have just released the new 2.0 version. And we go deep into SenseSpark strategy. So if you are looking to master video, if you're building a sales process for your team, go ahead. I'm going to play my infomercial for The Complete Guide to Selling on Video. And if you use promo code SenseSpark, you're going to get $50 off the course. So we're going to close out with that. This has been Video Selling Live. Say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Started here filming our prospecting videos in just... That was the wrong clip. Here's the real goodbye. See you soon.
Hello?
Is this Mr. Sherbert?
It sure is. What can I help you with, brother?
Hello. You were not expecting this call. Do you have 17 seconds to
Hang
learn
on a
about
second.
mercifully short...
Is this a cold call?
I don't know.
You. Never call this number again.
Oh no! Another unsuccessful cold call. You probably don't have time to fuck off.
I got a quota to hit.
Are you spending hours every week cold calling and cold emailing but not seeing results?
There's gotta be a better way.
Introducing the complete guide to selling on video. Whether you're new to sales or a President's Club member, this fast and fun course will teach you to efficiently create short, customized videos that get results. The complete guide to selling on video is not sold in stores. Visit chrisbogue.io and use promo code GIMMEGIMME to take $50 off while supplies last. Don't delay, get noticed today.